I'm Jeff Zimmerman, CEO of Fortin Home, and welcome back to Builder's View. Picture this. You're pitching a new rental project to a bank in a Colorado ski town. Epic views, strong rents, but the loan officer shuts you down. Why? Two numbers tanked your deal. Debt service coverage ratio, or DSCR, and debt yield. These are the bank's must-haves to greenlight your loan. In the Rockies, sky-high building costs makes hitting them tough. And your existing rentals, they're riddled with risks like surprise repairs and big-ticket upgrades. At Fortin Home, our lower costs boost DSCR and debt yield, making a new build-to-rent community financeable. Today, I'll break down these two with straight talk and real examples, showing how our cost savings makes deals banks love without jacking up rents. Let's dive in. First, net operating income, or NOI, the heartbeat of the DSCR and debt yield. NOI is your property's paycheck after bills, but before mortgage or taxes. It's gross income minus operating expenses. Gross income is rent plus extras like parking. Say your duplex pulls in $1,900 a month, that's $22,800 a year. Expenses like taxes, insurance, repairs, management, and utilities you cover might be $7,980 or 35% of gross, which gives you a 35% expense ratio. So NOI is $22,800 minus the $7,980, which equals $14,820. NOI is the bank's starting point. A pro property manager keeps units full and costs low, boosting NOI to set you up for financing. Without strong NOI, your deal's dead before it even starts. Now DSCR, which is your debt service coverage ratio. It's NOI divided by your annual loan payments. Banks want to see at least a 1.25, meaning your NOI covers debt 1.25 times. An example is that $14,820 of NOI divided by $11,856 in debt payments equals 1.25 DSCR. If it's below 1, your project can't pay its loan. That's a deal killer. High build cost means bigger loans, higher payments, lower DSCR. Our build costs are 20 to 25% less per square foot, shrinking loans and boosting DSCR to make projects bankable. Debt yield is the bank's safety cushion. It's NOI divided by the loan amount, times 100, showing how much income covers the loan, no matter the interest rate. Banks want 8 to 10% or higher. An example is bringing back that $14,820 NOI on a $148,200 loan equals 10% debt yield. That's pretty solid. Existing rentals though, hidden repairs, CapEx like a $20,000 HVAC replacement can crush that NOI and tank debt yield. Our lower cost new builds keeps loans smaller, pushing debt yield higher, so lenders say yes. Let's crunch the numbers. Two identical duplexes, $1,900 in rent with that $14,820 NOI with a traditional build of $275,000 cost, a $220,000 loan at 6% equals $15,840 debt service. The DSCR is $14,820 divided by $15,840, which gives you a 0.94 DSCR, and that loan is denied. The debt yield is $14,820 divided by $220,000, which is the loan amount, equals 6.7%, which is too low. Now let's compare to a Fortin Home project, where we have $200,000 build cost, which is lower than traditional stick built. $160,000 loan equals $11,520 in debt service. DSCR $14,820 divided by $11,520 gives you a 1.29 DSCR, which is bankable. Now let's compare the debt yield. We have $14,820 is the NOI divided by $160,000, which is the total loan, which gives you 9.3%, which now is lender approved. Our lower cost means smaller loans, higher DSCR, and stronger debt yield. Deals that pencil. What if rents shift? Let's stress test this. Drop rents 5% to $1,805. In the traditional model, DSCR is 0.89 and debt yield is 6.4%. And that project's dead in the water. Now let's compare that to Fortin Home. The DSCR is 1.22 and the debt yield is 8.8%. And this is still financeable. Now let's raise the rents 5% to $1,995. On the traditional build, the DSCR is 0.98 and debt yield is 7.1%. This is risky for a bank. Now with the Fortin Home project, the DSCR is 1.35 and the debt yield is 9.7%. And that's a rock solid investment. Our cost savings keep projects bankable. Cash flow on properties have peaks and valleys throughout the season. Summer rents might hit $3,200, but winter vacancies drop to zero. Now, if we're looking at existing rentals, you have surprises in CapEx like old plumbing fixes, which can gut your NOI. Our new builds start fresh with 20 to 30% lower utility costs, keeping tenants happy and NOI strong. In the Rockies, high costs crush DSCR and debt yield. New build-to-rent communities beat existing rentals because we control costs, dodging repair risks. Our 20 to 25% cost savings make banks greenlight projects. DSCR debt yield are your financing ticket. Fortin Homes' lower costs make them work. Building homes families can afford and investors can trust. If you're a developer, an investor, or top-tier talent, we want to connect with you at fortinhome.com. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and share to help more projects pencil. I'm Jeff Zimmerman, and this is Builder's View, where vision meets execution, and we're building systems and a team to house 1 million families in my lifetime.